All right, so let's dive into AIWiseMind.
Sounds good.
I know a lot of you out there are curious about these new AI tools that are popping up.
Absolutely.
Especially the ones that claim to create content that can, like dominate Google.
Right?
And who wouldn't want that, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So we've gathered all the info we can from their website to see if AIWiseMind lives up to the hype.
Makes sense.
We're going to start by looking at what AIWiseMind says it can do.
Right?
Then we'll see what people who actually use it are saying.
Right.
And then finally, we'll get into the cost.
Okay.
And look at some of those key frequently asked questions.
Sounds good.
So one of the things that really stood out to me was that this isn't just like another AI writing tool, right? AIWiseMind is saying they can handle like your whole content creation process.
Yeah, they're going all in on it.
Including building your WordPress website.
Exactly.
So they're not messing around. They're bringing out the big guns. And they're using some serious AI firepower too.
Yeah.
Like GPT 3.5,
Right.
GPT 4, even GPT 4.0.
Wow.
Just so everyone listening is clear.
Yeah.
These are the AI models
Right.
that are behind the scenes, like the brains,
Yeah.
that allow AIWiseMind to, write all this different stuff.
Okay, so it's using those to write the content.
Exactly.
And that's how it gets all those different styles and stuff.
Exactly, yeah.
Wow.
And they're claiming to use those models to create everything.
Like what kind of things?
From those super long,
Okay.
like informative articles that Google just loves to eat up,
Yeah.
to those, kind of shorter and snappier
Yeah.
product reviews,
Oh, wow.
including even a special feature just for crafting Amazon reviews,
Oh, really?
which is a pretty specific niche.
Yeah, it is.
So it seems like they're really focused on,
Yeah.
providing those tools for a certain kind of content creator.
I see.
So, obviously with all these AI writing tools that are popping up left and right these days,
Right.
what do you think makes AIWiseMind different?
Well, that's a good question.
Yeah.
They claim to be using this really unique system
Okay.
of sequential prompts to create their content.
Okay.
So they're not just, throwing a keyword at an AI and just hoping for the best.
Yeah.
These prompts are kind of,
Okay.
they're kind of guiding the AI
Right.
to create content that's not only comprehensive,
Right.
like we're talking an average of like 1,100 words per article,
Wow, that's a lot.
but it's also structured in a way
Okay.
that Google likes.
Right. So it's not just about the words themselves. It's
Yeah.
about how they're presented.
Exactly.
Oh.
It's all about keeping the reader engaged.
Right.
Think of it like the way a person would write
Okay.
like a well-researched article.
Yeah.
And then on top of that,
Yeah.
they're putting SEO right into it.
So like keywords and stuff.
Yeah. Strategic headers,
Okay.
bullet points, tables.
Right.
All that good stuff that helps Google understand
Right.
and rank the content.
So they're saying they can do all the stuff that,
Yeah.
us content creators, we know.
Yeah.
All the little details, the formatting, the SEO can take forever.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And they're saying they can just handle that.
Take care of it.
Now, you mentioned something before about connecting directly to your WordPress website.
Oh, yeah.
Can you tell me a little more about that?
Yeah. So that's a really key part
Okay.
of how they do things.
Okay.
It's like their whole workflow.
Right.
You can connect your site to AIWiseMind,
Okay.
and then you can easily sync,
Okay.
post, edit, and update your
Yeah.
content all from one place.
Oh, wow. So it's like
Yeah.
no more copying and pasting between different platforms and
Yeah, that's
stuff,
right.
which, as you know,
Oh, yeah.
can take up
So much time
so much time.
jumping between tabs.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It's a pain.
So that sounds like a really big selling point
Absolutely.
for this tool,
Yeah.
especially if you're someone who's, maybe managing multiple websites or trying to really scale up
Right.
your content creation process.
Makes sense.
Now, they also have this thing called the Site Wizard.
Okay.
Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah. So the Site Wizard is,
Mhm.
it basically helps you build a new WordPress website
Oh, wow.
from scratch.
From scratch.
And it gives you all the essential pages,
Okay.
the categories,
Mm-hmm.
and even plugins.
Wow. So it's like
Yeah.
it sets you up
It does.
to just start creating content right away.
Exactly.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it is.
Now, obviously,
Yeah.
AIWiseMind is saying they can do a lot of stuff.
Right.
And it sounds really good on paper.
Uh-huh.
But at the end of the day,
Yeah.
what really matters is what actual users are
Right.
saying about the tool.
Yeah, for sure.
So let's get into some of that real-world feedback.
Okay, sounds good.
Now, one user that really stood out to me was Lori Harlan.
Okay.
And she was so impressed with AIWiseMind
Right.
that she actually upgraded her plan. multiple times.
Wow.
Now, they don't really get into the details about, like, why she upgraded.
Right.
But you'd have to imagine it was delivering some pretty serious results.
Yeah.
Whether that was, saving her a ton of time.
Right.
Or boosting traffic to her site. Or maybe even both.
Probably.
Yeah. So, putting your money where your mouth is.
Yeah.
That's a pretty powerful testimonial right there.
Definitely.
Now, another user, Peter Scaife.
Okay.
He was absolutely raving about a 2,200-word article that AIWiseMind had generated for him.
That's long.
That needed 0 edits.
Really?
I mean, can you imagine the time saved?
Yeah, that's incredible.
So clearly, AIWiseMind is really designed to automate this process.
Makes sense.
And streamline the content creation process.
Uh-huh.
Now, another user, Christina Taylor Thomas, she manages like a whole bunch of websites.
Oh, wow.
And she's saying that AIWiseMind is a total lifesaver for her in terms of time management.
Yeah.
So again, we're seeing that time-saving aspect.
Yeah, that seems to be like a big selling point.
But it's not just about quantity.
Right.
We also have Roland Ingersano, who's calling AIWiseMind like the most complete automation system out there. And he's so excited about it that he can barely sleep.
Oh, my goodness.
Which, hopefully he's at least getting some content created during those late nights.
Right. Got to make the most of it.
But, it really speaks to the power of these tools
for sure
to really, change how we work.
Absolutely.
Now, speaking of achieving big goals, remember Hans Sacker, who we talked about earlier, he actually managed to get an expired domain.
Wow.
Ranked on the first page of Google.
On the first page?
With content that was generated using AIWiseMind.
That's impressive.
I mean, talk about Google dominating content.
That's what they were talking about.
That's what they're talking about.
Yeah.
And getting on page 1 with an expired domain.
Yeah, especially...
Those are hard to rank.
That's the dream, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Tell me more about how he did that.
Well, unfortunately, they don't really get into the specifics, but, the fact that he was able to achieve that with an expired domain.
Right. That's the impressive
one.
It
is impressive.
So, So we've heard all these amazing stories from users.
Yeah.
It all sounds really great. But let's be practical for a second.
Okay.
How much does this thing actually cost? To use?
Yeah, that's the question. And are there any, like, hidden catches that we need to be aware of?
Yeah, good point.
So hit me with it.
All right. Well, so first things first. You're going to need your own OpenAI key.
Okay.
So that's because AIWiseMind is built on top of OpenAI's technology.
Okay.
But their pricing is totally separate.
So it's like a double whammy.
Yeah, in a way.
Like you got to pay for both.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay.
But it's important to understand what you're getting with that.
Right.
So AIWiseMind is basically like an extra layer on top of OpenAI.
Oh, right.
So they're providing all these extra features and stuff that OpenAI doesn't have.
Okay.
So they're not just reselling OpenAI's services.
Yeah.
They're actually building on top of that.
Right. To create a more like comprehensive and user-friendly experience.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what kind of plans do they offer?
So they have a whole range of plans to suit different needs.
Makes sense.
But I don't think we need to go through
probably not
every single one right now.
Right.
Let's just say they have options for everyone.
Okay.
From like casual bloggers to like big agencies that are managing dozens of websites. And right now, they've got a special offer where you can get 25% more monthly posts for life.
Whoa, that's a good deal.
Yeah.
If you join today, of course. That excludes their most basic plan.
Right, which makes sense.
Which is probably just to get people to try it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Smart move.
Smart move, but, let's talk about the elephant in the room.
Oh.
AI detection. Right. I know Google's been really cracking down.
On AI content. Yeah.
So how does AIWiseMind handle that?
Well, this is where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
AIWiseMind actually addresses this directly.
Oh, okay.
In their frequently asked questions. So they really emphasize that Google cares more about the value of the content.
Right.
Than how it was created.
Okay, so it's not about tricking Google. It's about
making good content.
Right. Yeah. Creating stuff that's actually valuable.
Yeah. And they're actually claiming that their content is so good that typically scores between 2 and 10% on originality.
And that's like
it is
a plagiarism detection tool.
Yeah,
right.
a popular one.
Okay, so that should put people's minds at ease.
Yeah, for sure.
About, the dreaded AI detection issue.
Absolutely.
Now let's get down to brass tacks.
Okay.
How long are these articles that AIWiseMind is generating?
Good question.
Yeah.
We're talking about this,
yeah.
Google dominating content.
Right.
So I'm assuming we're not talking about, short, fluffy little pieces.
No, definitely not.
Okay, so what are we talking about?
So they say most of their articles range from about 1,200 to 3,000 words.
Wow.
Which is a really good range.
Yeah.
Especially considering Google likes those long-form pieces.
Okay.
Obviously, each one is unique.
Right.
And the length is going to vary.
Yeah, makes sense.
Depending on the topic.
Right, and what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
With it.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so we've got the length covered.
Yeah.
Another question that popped into my mind.
Okay.
Why do I have to pay
for
both AIWiseMind and OpenAI?
Good question.
Like, why not just use OpenAI directly?
Well, they actually address this in their FAQs as well.
Okay.
And they really emphasize that their platform has all these extra features and enhancements that go way beyond what OpenAI offers.
So it's like
they're handling the technical side of things.
Exactly.
So I can focus on the creative side.
Right. Yeah. So they're basically providing like a managed service that uses the power of OpenAI, but it adds a whole bunch of convenience and functionality.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And, they have to maintain their servers and all that.
Yeah, of course.
That costs money.
Okay. Are there any other, little details or quirks
Let me think.
I should know about before we move on?
They mentioned that unused posts don't roll over each month.
Okay.
So you got to make sure you choose a plan that works for you.
Right.
And also, when it comes to images, they recommend that you check the affiliate website's policies.
Okay.
Or just disable embedded images to avoid copyright issues.
Right. Yeah. Image copyright is
it's tricky.
Always a tricky one. Yeah. I always forget about that.
Yeah, it's easy to overlook.
Okay.
So
we've covered a lot here.
Yeah, we have.
But before we wrap up this section, I want to touch on something that really stood out to me.
Okay.
In AIWiseMind's FAQs.
Oh, I love when you do this.
Oh, I got to do.
You always find the good stuff.
I try to, read between the lines.
All right, so what is it?
So it was their answer to the question, can I use this for clients?
Okay.
And their answer is a simple absolutely.
Right.
You can even add your clients' websites to your dashboard and create content for them as part of your plan.
So
if you're an agency, you can manage all of your clients' content.
That's amazing.
From one place.
Yeah.
That's huge.
It is.
Imagine the possibilities.
Yeah, like streamlining everything.
Yeah.
Keeping it all organized.
It really fits with their, full approach of being a one-stop shop.
Right, not just an AI writer.
It's like they're thinking,
a step ahead.
A step ahead.
Yeah.
They know that the market is flooded with AI writers.
Yeah.
So they're building in all these extra features to stand out.
Makes sense.
Really smart move.
Yeah, it's addressing a real need.
It is.
Businesses really need to scale their content without losing quality.
Yeah, and it's crazy to think just a little while ago, AI writing good content was
science fiction.
It was science fiction. It was like a pipe dream. And now it's becoming...
It's like normal.
It's like the norm.
Yeah.
So where do you see this heading?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, what's the future of writing?
Yeah.
With AI getting so good.
It's a big question.
It is.
And to be honest, it's a little exciting and a little scary.
I know.
At the same time.
Yeah.
Because the tools are evolving so quickly.
They really are.
It's hard to know what's going to happen, right? But I think it's safe to say that AI is going to be a bigger and bigger part of how we create content.
It's like having a super-powered assistant, to help you with all the tedious research and get the words on the page.
Yeah.
But it's still up to us, the humans, to bring that spark of creativity and connect with the reader on that emotional level. AI can help us, get stuff done faster and more efficiently.
Right.
But it can't totally replicate the human touch.
No.
So it's not about replacing human writers entirely.
No, definitely not.
It's more about like working together.
Working together.
Using AI to enhance what we can already do.
Exactly. Think of it as like a collaboration.
Okay.
We bring the ideas, the vision, and AI helps us make it happen.
Right.
In a way that Google likes.
Okay.
And in a way our audience likes.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So we've covered what AIWiseMind claims to do.
Yep.
We've heard from actual users.
Yeah.
We've looked at the costs.
Yeah.
And we've even dug into some of those frequently asked questions.
Yeah.
I think we've really gone deep on this one.
I think so too. Yeah. We've given everybody a really good overview.
Right.
Of what AIWiseMind has to offer.
Yeah.
Of course, there's always more to learn.
Right.
The world of AI is constantly changing.
Yeah.
So ultimately, it's up to you to decide if this particular tool is the right one for you.
That's the beauty of it all, right?
Yeah.
It's an ever-evolving landscape.
It is.
Which is why it's so important to stay curious, keep experimenting,
learning,
and never stop learning.
Exactly.
Now, before we let you go, we always like to leave you with a thought-provoking question, something to like ponder as you continue your own AI-powered content creation journey.
Cool.
So here it is.
All right, hit me with it.
With AI getting so good at generating human quality content.
Okay.
What does this mean for the future of writing?
Wow.
And content creation?
That is a big question.
It is. Yeah. Are we headed towards, you know, a world where robots write everything?
Oh, man.
Or will human creativity always have a place?
Right.
What do you think?
I know, that's a good question.
It's a big one.
It is.
Yeah.
I think, you know.
Yeah.
That's something we all have to think about.
Right.
Because like you said, AI is getting really good.
It is.
And it's only going to get better.
Yeah. So it's something to think about.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely something to think about.
It is. You know, it's funny. We started this whole conversation talking about how AIWiseMind can create, you know, Google dominating content. But maybe the real question isn't about dominating Google.
Right.
It's about how we can use AI to create content that actually like resonates with people. You know, content that informs, entertains, inspires.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a great point.
It is. It's easy to get caught up in, you know, the technical stuff and the algorithms.
Right. Like, how do we game the system?
Yeah, exactly.
But at the end of the day, it's about
people.
It's about connecting with other human beings.
Oh.
And that's something that, at least for now, AI can't fully replicate.
No. Good.
AI can help us reach more people. Yeah. But it's that human touch that really turns information into something meaningful.
Absolutely. I totally agree.
Think about like storytelling.
Yeah.
You know, that emotional connection, the nuances of language. Those are all things that AI is still, you know, kind of learning.
Still figuring out.
It's like AI gives us the building blocks.
Right.
But we're the architects deciding what to build.
I like that.
And how to make it, you know, beautiful and functional.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's kind of exciting.
It is exciting.
Right. Yeah. We're at this like turning point.
It's a turning point.
Where we get to kind of redefine what it means to create.
Totally.
This isn't about like man versus machine.
No.
Right. It's about
finding ways
working together.
To work together.
Yeah.
And who knows?
Right.
Maybe by working with AI, we'll discover like new creative possibilities that we never even imagined before. Totally. Yeah. Who knows what we'll come up with.
So embrace the possibilities, experiment with these new tools.
Absolutely.
But never underestimate the power of your own creativity and that unique perspective that you bring to the table.
For sure.
That's what's going to make your content stand out.
Absolutely.
In a world that's increasingly filled with AI-generated words.
That's a good point.
Well said.
Thanks.
And as always, stay curious. Keep learning.
Keep learning.
And let's see what amazing things we can create together.
Oh, sure.
In this exciting new era of content creation.
I'm excited.
Me too.
Yeah.
That's it for this deep dive into AIWiseMind.
Cool.
We hope you found it insightful. Yeah. And maybe even a little bit inspiring.
Inspiring for sure.
Until next time.
Okay.
Happy creating.
Happy creating.
Yeah, for sure.
It's interesting to think about, all these questions.
Yeah.
About AI and writing.
Yeah, and where it's all heading.
Yeah, exactly.
We were talking about AIWiseMind and, how they say they can create that Google-dominating content.
Right, right.
But maybe the real question isn't about dominating Google.
Maybe not.
Maybe it's about how can we use AI to create content that, really connects with people.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like you said.
That informs. That entertains.
Right.
That inspires.
Totally.
That's a really great point.
It's easy to get caught up in all the technical stuff, right?
Right, like gaming the system.
Yeah, exactly.
But at the end of the day, it's all about...
It's about connecting with people.
Yeah, it's about those human connections.
Absolutely.
And that's something that AI can't fully replicate.
Not yet, at least.
AI can help us reach more people. But it's that human touch that turns information into something meaningful.
Totally agree.
Think about like storytelling, that emotional connection, the nuances of language.
Right.
That's what AI is still,
kind of working on. Figuring out.
It's like AI gives us the building blocks.
Right.
But we're the architects.
I like that analogy.
Deciding what to build and how to make it, beautiful.
Yeah.
And functional. And honestly, that's pretty exciting.
It is exciting. Think about it.
Right.
Like we're at this turning point.
We are.
Where we get to redefine what it means to create
a whole new world.
This isn't about
it's not a competition.
Man versus machine.
Right.
Yeah. It's not us against them.
We need to find ways to
work together.
Finding ways to work together. Yeah.
And who knows?
Right.
Maybe by working with AI, we'll discover new creative possibilities.
Exactly.
That we, never could have imagined before.
We don't even know what's out there.
So embrace those possibilities.
Embrace them.
Experiment with these new tools.
Yeah.
But never underestimate the power of your own creativity. Your own creativity.
Your unique perspective.
That's what makes you special.
That's what's going to make your content stand out.
Absolutely.
In a world that's increasingly filled with AI-generated words.
That's a really good point.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
All right. So, as always, stay curious.
Stay curious.
Keep learning.
Keep learning. And let's see what amazing things we can create together.
Let's do it.
In this exciting new era of content creation.
I'm excited.
Me too. I'm really excited.
Yeah.
That's it for this deep dive into AIWiseMind.
We hope you found it insightful.
We do.
And maybe even a little bit inspiring.
Hope so.
Until next time.
See you later.
Happy creating.
Happy creating, everyone ever.